than my colleague, Mr. Honorable Bimba Damola from Ekiti, to also suggest that since the police has become an instrument in this matter, since the police has shown that they are clearly compromised and then are partisan in this issue, since the police has shown that they can compromise the security of certain individuals and certain groups to the benefit of the other, and since I know that the police commissioner reports to people, that there's also a political authority that also the police reports to, I will say that we'll go further than that to invite the Inspector General of Police to appear before this house tomorrow, so that what action will be taken, we can discuss this matter tomorrow, and questions will be put to him so that we can take urgent action. Because I don't think these appeals are working. To appeal to him to do something to remove this person and go there, the police commissioner is serving the interests of certain people who are happy. So he's just a dancer to the drumbeat of certain people somewhere. And I think that we should go to the head of the elephant to look for the eye. Mr. Speaker, I would like to further suggest that this house should also consider inviting the Inspector General of Police tomorrow to appear before this house so that we can deal with the issue of security. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Honorable Aminu Suleiman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am from Kano State, and my name is Comrade Aminu Suleiman. I represent Pege Federal Constituency, and of course, I am of the PDP. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm happy that today we are considering this very, very important issue as it relates to happenings in River State. For a very long time, Nigerians has commented, people have taken position on the unfortunate development that has consistently been taking place in rivers. As politicians, the characteristics in politics is always to agree and disagree. And therefore, it is normal if the warring faction in rivers disagree. But I join those who honestly believe that the chief culprit of the crisis in River State is the Commissioner of Police. As a custodian of peace and as a public servant, he has consistently been reckless in his comments and has not hidden his disposition. And for me, the Commissioner of Police of River State is a threat to democracy and is a dangerous element that must be removed from our scene. I therefore urge our colleagues to look at our relevant books and see how this man would be bring to order, not only by redeployment, sir, but by ensuring that nobody else copied what the Commissioner of Police in River State is doing. Again, Mr. Speaker, I will urge that we proceed and hold back on the relevant provision of the Constitution, Section 11(4), so that we take corrective measures. And if the Speaker allows me, I'll proceed to read the provision of Section 11(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic. Thank you, sir. Section 11(4) says, at any time, any House of Assembly of any state is unable to perform its function by reason of the situation prevailing in that state, the National Assembly may make such laws for the peace, order, and good governance of that state with respect to matters on which a House of Assembly may make laws as may appear to the National Assembly to be necessary or expedient until such a time the House of Assembly is able to resume its function. And any such laws enacted by the National Assembly pursuant to this section shall have effect as they were laws enacted by the House of Assembly. In my own opinion, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Commissioner of Police, aided by his command, has made the House of Assembly of Rivers State to be unable to function. And therefore, we must exercise our responsibilities. And the state has no quarrel with other security agencies, only the police. And we must act, Mr. Speaker. I so submit.
Thank you. Honorable Dogara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Yakubu Dogara. I represent Ogoro, that's Tafa Abalea Federal Constituency. I'm from Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, this is one of those situations that, as a Democrat, even if you don't know what to say, you feel like saying something. Because I believe the situation, the grave situation in Rivers State amounts, in my opinion, to pure brinkmanship. And I view it, I may not be 100% correct, as an attempt by the authorities to import violence into a state that has hitherto been peaceful, maybe preparatory to the declaration of a state of emergency. That is how I look at it. And that is a threat in itself to democracy. I would not have spoken, Mr. Speaker, but just to remind us of a few things as a House. This House has always risen to the occasion in times like this. I remember I recall with nostalgia, Mr. Speaker, that it was Ghali's House that checked this issue of creeping dictatorship into our body politic. It was Epole Nasari's House that held this bull of Tartan and thereby ensuring that our democracy survived. Now, this question of brinkmanship, Mr. Speaker, it must be, the character must be found in this House to be able to stand against these new threats to our democracy. Mr. Speaker, we must come to realize that the price our democracy must pay for tolerating brinkmanship like this and other acts of impunity and violation of our laws and constitution is the price of its own destruction. And as honorable members who have subscribed to an oath to defend our constitution, to defend our laws, and to serve the people of this country, we cannot shy away, but embrace the necessary courage to be able to protect our democracy. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to go into the legal angles and dimensions that have been brought to bear on this argument. I subscribed wholly to the submissions of former colleagues who had spoken before me, that we invoke the constitutional mechanism designed in Section 11, subsection 4 of our Constitution to give hope to the people of Rivers State that they are not alone in these travails, that we will stand with them, we will ensure that democracy in Nigeria survives, we will ensure that the lawfully constituted authority in Rivers is constitutionally protected. Mr. Speaker, that is my humble submission.
Honorable Simon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Simon Arabo is my name. I represent Kauru Federal Constituency. Honorable colleague, I stand here to support this motion. Now, what is happening in Rivers State is a contrived anarchy, and it's a replay of some incidents in the past. Now, the Supreme Court of this country, interpreting Section 92, 2C, held in the cases of Inyakoji and Adeleke, and Dapielong and Darie, that the two-thirds majority that are needed to effect an impeachment of leadership of the House of Assembly is not two-thirds majority of a minority or a faction, but two-thirds of the entire members of the House of Assembly. What is happening is for a group of people to confront this country with a fiat accompli. A theater